Okay, so we talked on the audio about your product, so this is one of them that we talked about on the podcast. So what we got here?
So what we have here is Symply Share. Symply Share was born out of the realization that creatives that are doing very high resolution content want to be able to do it in tight, call it a tiger team or call it a smaller shared environment. So perhaps four people up to 7 or 8 people. They're creating this new generation of very high resolution content, but they need to interact with the larger high definition workflow that may be up to hundreds of seats. So it would be very hard to try and upgrade every seat up to 4K capability. But if I could use Thunderbolt and directly connect off to Windows and Mac workstations, yet still make it a true shared storage environment.
Right.
Thunderbolt, that's really revolutionary. That's really groundbreaking. So what we've done is we've taken we actually leveraged the StoreNest shared storage file system, which means that I can now walk up with a MacBook Pro, plug into a shared storage Thunderbolt environment, and boom, I'm instantly on a true storage area network.
Right.
Now it's on my desktop, like 128 terabyte volume. I edit directly on that volume, and I'm collaborating instantly on the same volume with all of my peers who are also connected on Thunderbolt.
Right.
So that's very different, and that completely changes the game. This puts it within reach of independent film creators, independent content producers like never before.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you're not connected via a WAN or anything else, you have a direct Thunderbolt connection to the drive. So it appears to the device, to your MacBook, it's just a local device or whatever.
Absolutely. Now, of course, to be able to do that in computer land takes quite a bit of engineering. And the way to do that is to have a metadata controller, literally a server that manages the metadata controller and the storage and the clients connecting. They just happen to be connecting over Thunderbolt. And that server and that intelligence, if you will, to drive and manage that entire operation is built into the base of this device. And it can leverage our Thunderbolt-based storage systems. So you simply, in this case, we're docking 2 of those storage systems on to the shared storage metadata controller Symply Share base, and all of the connected clients connect over Thunderbolt to that base. And now all of that storage is shared and managed to all at full speed, true file level access. Yet you can still manage teams of users who can see and manage which all of that manageability that I would have in a major post-production studio is now down to something that 4, 5, up to 8 content creators can immediately start sharing and compete perhaps with those larger studios. And if it means that more independent creatives are creating a whole new generation of interesting content, so much the better.
And then you've also got us over here, we have a single, is that like a single user one? Or this one here?
This system here is the Symply Store. This is the directly attached Thunderbolt 2 and Thunderbolt 3 RAID storage. There is a 4-bay version and an 8-bay version. So each bay can be filled with 1 3.5-inch hard drive or 2 SSD hard drives.
Right.
So depending on your the application, let's say I need to ingest off of digital camera cards very quickly. Perhaps I'm taking it back and forth in the field. SSDs would be a great choice. I can ingest that content very quickly, and then I'm back to filming again, knowing that all that content is shared on a RAID-protected SSD drive volume. And I can, in fact, so imagine now I come back from the field, and I can take that device and now set it next to my editing station and start editing away.
And you're looking at a single Thunderbolt cable to your device, that's all?
That's correct. And each device has 2 Thunderbolt ports, so I could then expand and connect to a second device.
Oh, you can daisy chain.
Absolutely, up to another 64 terabytes of storage. So it does grow and expand, and ultimately you'll be able to take that storage, dock them into a Symply Share base, and take what is up to 128 terabytes of storage and make it a true shared storage for creators to use at the same time.
Excellent. Well, that's really interesting. Many thanks for your time today.
Great to chat with you.